Good afternoon. I'm filming today from a dispersed spot at Bear Creek in San Bernardino National Forest. Started filming a little bit late today, but I just wanted to show you what we're doing so far. Okay, so of course, timing being poor, we decided to do this on a day that's absolutely scorching in the middle of a heat wave. Back where I live, it's easily over 100 degrees, but up here it's in the 90s. Luckily, we have a nice cool stream behind our campsite. You may remember so far from the video I published several weeks ago about Coon Creek and Bear Creek. This is actually the Bear Creek area, and it's very beautiful in this valley, and a lot of off-roaders love to come down here to either for the trail or even for overnight dispersed camping. So I do have my truck pulled in and backed up, and once again I could not find two trees to use specifically for my hammock, so I am tied off to a tree there and to the bed. The experimental portion of this video is that right there. This is a Camprite tent cot, and it's actually a double cot, so in theory you could have two people sleeping on either side. But my dad tonight is actually going to be my guinea pig for this, and we'll see how it works out. I set it up before the trip, and it did seem comfortable. The advantage it has is pretty much on all four sides. You can open it up either with a screen or completely unzipped, so you can actually enter from every side of the cot, whichever way you prefer. So I think it'll probably be good for future videos where I can't utilize the hammock, especially like if I go out to the desert over winter. There is like a crude fire pit, but of course fire restrictions cannot use it. But we do have the propane fire pit for later. Though we really won't need it for heat because it's going to be probably in the 60s and 70s tonight. That's my dad. And this is Bear Creek. It's actually sprinkling right now because we had some storm clouds going over us, but it's actually kind of helping us cool down a bit. Then we were actually just relaxing here. We actually saw a fish swim downstream and it was just chilling in this area. So maybe in the future I'll come back and actually try to fish over here, but there are restrictions. You have to use barbless hooks, and I believe you also have to use spinners. Yeah, and then there was also 2 fish minimum for this section. Apparently further downstream, actually in the Santa Ana River, there isn't a 2 fish restriction, but up here there is.
I'll be a son of a gun.
What?
Where the hell did you go?
Was there a fish down there?
Just a little baby one.
Oh, wow. So this morning we're making a ham and Swiss with tomato scramble for breakfast, but unfortunately we're contending with all of these bees. They're really annoying. We had a problem with them last night too, but I was figuring that once the sun came up, maybe they would go back to their hive, but I guess not. Yeah, so we're slowly starting to get stuff packed up. And I'm waiting on my stove and a cast iron pan to cool down, and then I can repack all my kitchen gear. But turns out these may not be bees, they might be yellow jackets, but because they're just really attracted to anything neat. I have these other people that came in last night with the rooftop tents. Like, I don't know if I would drive down these roads at night, but maybe if you have adequate lighting. We left the campsite and decided to four-wheel and explore some unique areas in which my dad has access. He works for Southern California Edison in their East End Hydro Division, which operates and maintains hydroelectric generating capacity on numerous streams and tributaries in Southern California, including Mill Creek and the Santa Ana River. At this point, we're hiking to the confluence of both the Santa Ana River and Bear Creek. It's behind a locked gate, but unfortunately my truck didn't have the clearance to make it all the way. So you said it's a battery house?
Yeah, there's solar panels up on the top, and there's some small bank of batteries inside.
Huh.
There is a hydrographer have water.
Oh, like a flow meter?
Yeah. So yeah, across. Oh, okay, so damn.
Oh, wow. So that's the Santa Ana River, right?
The Santa Ana River.
The Santa Ana Diversion Dam initial construction began in 1898. Pictures from the Library of Congress Historical American Engineering Record taken in the late 1960s. So this is the Bear Creek then, on this side, right?
Well, probably Bear Creek up over here.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, on this side over here. Then what's flowing over here on this side?
So that's a bypass from Santa Ana River.
Oh. Okay, so that's what that tunnel is then, right? Or that culvert or whatever it is? The outflow there. Huh. It's like so filled up though. Like it looks like there's all this debris in it. This is the Bear Creek Confluence Pool. These pictures are also from the Library of Congress. Go ahead and go first. We're now headed to Santa Ana River Number 1, a hydro plant built in 1899 by SCE's predecessor, the Edison Electric Company of Los Angeles. Please keep in mind this is an operational facility. No trespassing is allowed and we have permission to be here. It's interesting to note the architectural style that's used in the construction of this plant. For instance, in the switchgear in this shot, the backing board is actually made of marble. Yeah, it's amazing how much of this old style stuff got replaced by that, where it's all like that's analog. This is
not necessarily new.
that's it.
Here was an old machine shop.
Oh yeah, look at that.
All belt driven off the water,
Oh wow.
right? Belt driven grinder and a blacksmith forge,
Huh.
a belt driven, I don't know if this is a drill press.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a drill press. And it looks like this was a lathe, right?
Yeah.
Wow. That's really cool. That's a big wrench.